Hi, my name is Mark Walker, and I'm the editorial director of the Fintech Times. Today, we're talking to a very interesting individual who I'm going to ask to introduce herself to you, the audience.
Thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. My name is Peta Conn. I'm the director for GB and Europe for Invest Northern Ireland. Invest Northern Ireland is the economic development agency for Northern Ireland. We help Northern Irish companies access export goods and service opportunities abroad, and we're also responsible for attracting foreign direct investment into the region.
Fantastic. So, one of the things that I wanted to sort of start off talking about at the beginning was, Northern Ireland has really become a global hub for financial services. Why do you think that's actually taken place?
Well, the success comes from a range of factors like a highly skilled workforce, world class research, competitive costs, strong infrastructure, and a really supportive business environment. The growth has come from both major investors selecting Northern Ireland as an expansion location, but also strong growth among our Indigenous financial services and fintech companies. Today, financial and professional service companies are among Northern Ireland's biggest employers, with around 1 in 5 people working in areas like governance, risk and compliance, fintech, legal services. So we have particularly strong credentials in fintech. We have employees specialising in disciplines like trading and payments tech, Regtech, insurtech, cybersecurity, as well as fast-growing technologies like AI and data analytics. So our fintech expertise covers everything from digital payments and cloud computing to fraud detection, compliance, and wealth management. We have homegrown companies like fs.com, LoyalB, Nuada Technologies, Fintrue, and Uptime Labs, who are all leading the way. They're delivering solutions for international companies from compliance maturity and card-linked offers to AI-driven client lifestyle management and immersive incident response training.
Fantastic. And obviously, the ecosystem has developed, as you say, over a period of time. What do you think are some of the key pillars of the ecosystem and the reasons why that ecosystem has been able to develop so well?
I think some of the key pillars are really we're quite unique in how we collaborate as a region. We have a unique location. We have a very strong track record for attracting international companies. And this environment has helped Northern Ireland consistently rank among the world's top locations for inward investment projects. And we've attracted global players such as Citi, CME Group, TSYS, Allstate, Liberty Mutual, AFLAC, PwC. The list does go on. Around collaboration, we're recognised for our research and innovation excellence, and we foster collaboration between industry and academia. And this is exemplified by initiatives like our Regtech supercluster. So within Northern Ireland, the Northwest City region is creating the world's first multi-sector regulatory technology supercluster. And its objective is to unite industry, academia, and public bodies to really drive innovation in ESG and AI. So they will be tackling global challenges in sustainability and emerging technologies. In regards to our unique location, we are the only part of the UK that shares a land border with a European country, i.e. the Republic of Ireland. And this strategic location combines the UK's robust regulatory framework with close proximity to European and Irish financial services markets. Furthermore, we are cost efficient. We boast some of the most competitive operating costs in Europe, up to 40% lower than some other Western European locations, alongside strong business-friendly support from ourselves, which, we provide both financial and advisory assistance. And then finally, of course, talent is very important.
Absolutely. And that was going to be my next point, actually. Obviously, Northern Ireland is lucky enough to have some fantastic universities and some opportunities there. I guess, how have you enabled that talent to, one, come into Northern Ireland, but also then to take on employment within the financial services industry?
Well, our talent pool, as you've said, it really has played a significant role in the success of our companies operating in the region. And they're coming both from our academic institutions, but also as employees get experience working for businesses. So what we have been working on both as Invest NI, as the kind of general financial services ecosystem, is ensuring that we have that strong continuous pipeline of talent. So, for example, our students are consistently outperforming other UK regions at GCSE and A levels, and almost half of students at Northern Ireland's higher education institutes are enrolled in broad STEM-related subjects. And around 5,500 students graduate each year in finance and technology-related subjects. So that really has driven expertise across financial services, software development, cybersecurity, and data analytics. And what's really kind of, I guess, unique about our region is we provide a lot of support for training. And that's a key part of what both Invest NI and our Department for the Economy offers. And that has also facilitated a strong pipeline of talent, both by providing training on an individual company level and also through collaborative programs. Northern Ireland's consistently ranked in the top locations globally for software development, fintech, and cybersecurity investment. And that is due in large part to the world-class universities that you mentioned, and also the knowledge clusters that exist here. These thrive due to the close collaboration between industry, academia, and government. And I think the size of our region means that we do have that flexibility to work together to ensure that talent is developing and matches the needs of what businesses are looking for.
Yeah, and I think that kind of nicely sums up sort of a bit of the history and where we are at the moment. Maybe thinking, to the growth and the future. What are the sort of, you mentioned obviously a lot in your intro about the various different types of financial services, the payments, the wealth tech, etc. What are you seeing as some of the growth areas that are coming out of Northern Ireland's fintech sector at the moment?
I guess reiterating some of that I've touched on already around digital payments, capital markets, Regtech, insurtech, and again, the AI, data analytics, and cloud computing. There is significant activity in fraud detection, and that reflects our region's ability to combine technical expertise with financial services know-how in order to meet some of those evolving market needs. We can provide end-to-end solutions across governance, risk, and compliance, and that is actually a key growth area for us. A number of our local companies are providing solutions such as data quality, incident response simulations, and automated extraction of critical business information. I mentioned before we have Citi, who has a major compliance function in Northern Ireland. Then we have companies like Fintech and PwC, who are providing tech-enabled solutions into the financial services market. And we also have law firms with major compliance functions. So when you look at it, there is no aspect of governance, risk, and compliance that doesn't exist within Northern Ireland.
Mm. And I think, like you say, that's a really interesting sort of grouping, and it also again goes into the maturity of that ecosystem that you talked about earlier. That you've actually been able to bring all those different parties together under that sort of Regtech heading, as it were, I guess. Yeah. So thinking a little bit about how the government is getting involved with business. Obviously, a lot of the time we think of the private sector and fintechs going it alone, but Northern Ireland and Invest Northern Ireland actually are working very much in partnership with companies. What are some of the initiatives that are supporting this growth?
So Invest Northern Ireland's played a pivotal role in fostering the growth of the sector. And this is through strategic initiatives, which includes having people out on the ground, trying to attract foreign direct investment, supporting our homegrown fintech companies, investment in collaboration centres, and also centres of excellence throughout the region to really support those companies that are growing their business within Northern Ireland or are coming in. Invest NI has offices in key global locations, and we provide tailored support to help companies grow, expand, and export. And our international presence really helps create valuable partnerships and sales opportunities for Northern Irish businesses, while also promoting the region as an attractive location for investment. We also promote the region through international trade missions and at conferences and industry events. For example, we recently did the Fintech Festival in London, where Northern Irish companies exhibited with support from Invest NI. In addition to the work that we do, we've also invested in strategic projects like the Artificial Intelligent Collaboration Centre, or the AICC, and that is a centre that drives innovation and will support AI development in key sectors like Fintech. The centre is an initiative led by Ulster University in partnership with Queen's University Belfast, and it will advance awareness and adoption of AI technologies among the businesses across Northern Ireland. So we are continually looking at what the global financial industry needs in order to move forward, and then we create tools and initiatives to ensure that we can keep Northern Ireland at the forefront of that growth.
Well, that's a really interesting bit to finish on, because my final question was really going to be about where do you actually see Northern Ireland's position in the financial markets and the technology hub going forward. So obviously a lot of those initiatives are going towards that. What do you think the outlook is like in the future for the sector?
So, Mark, we feel the outlook for Northern Ireland as a financial markets technology hub remains extremely positive. City UK Research, which was published in July this year, reported that Northern Ireland led in all of the UK regions in growth for financial and related professional services. And this was the highest annual average real growth rate for the industry of 3.2%. So the financial services and fintech sector is an economic priority for Northern Ireland, and so we have the full weight of government behind it. Invest in I has launched a 3-year business strategy focused on driving innovation, productivity, and sustainability by supporting high-growth sectors such as financial services and digital ICT. So we're committed to working closely with existing companies, new startups, and international investors to deliver high levels of investment and obviously the economic and social benefits that will then come with it.
Fantastic. So I think it's obviously fair to say that the outlook looks very positive. Financial services is growing quite significantly throughout the world, and Northern Ireland's taken a key role in performing that, really, isn't it?
It has, and the commitment from business, academia, and government to continue to support the sector, to ensure it grows, to ensure it evolves so that it is fit for future purpose, will continue to support further success.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Peter, for taking the time to speak with us here at the Fintech Times.
Thanks, Mark.
For more information on any of the themes discussed within this interview and general information about Invest Northern Ireland, please visit the website